On a snowy winter night, beneath a castle, a hand emerges from a dumpster. In a distant ditch, a boy with a sword emerges, embracing the star hidden in the shadows. Vlad, a blonde man, is confronted by Zemina, a red-headed girl, about his recent behavior. Zemina warns him of rumors and the new bishop's scrutiny. Vlad, lost in thought, dismisses her concerns. Zemina urges him to lay low and avoid drawing attention. She worries about the church's potential interference, but Vlad insists he won't be taken away for admiring a sword. The conversation turns to the expensive weapon, and Vlad hesitates to reveal its cost. Zemina, surprised, questions the value of a stupid metal chunk. The blacksmith intervenes, dismissing them as back-alley kids unworthy of the weapon. In a clash of words, Zemina challenges the old man for selling a knight's sword in the slums. Angered by the confrontation, he scolds her for her immaturity. Vlad intervenes, calming Zemina, and they decide to leave. Despite Zemina's insistence that she did nothing wrong, the old man, infuriated, labels her venomous. Reflecting on the encounter, the old man recalls sheltering Vlad, Zemina, and another man in the past, acknowledging their shared history. Criticizing Vlad for not prioritizing survival, the old man is determined to sell the sword to someone who can escape the slum life, seeing both himself and Vlad as shining lights in the dark shadows of the troubled region. The scene shifts to a lively pub, where Vlad witnesses a man mistreating a woman over fake medicine. Summoned by the man, Vlad insists on gold payment. The conversation turns to a fraudulent time measuring candle, leading to a test. As tension rises, Vlad proves the scam, smashing the man's face with a stick and declaring him dead for attempting to deceive. The man's screams echo as Vlad admonishes him for the scam. Outside, the commotion continues as Vlad commands silence. On a pleasant morning, Vlad discovers someone tampered with the candles, causing them to burn out before the promised 5 minutes. Frustrated, he informs George and Madame Marcella, who demands they find the culprit. Surprisingly, Madame reveals she orchestrated the scam to exploit drunken patrons. Vlad, speechless, questions the purpose of his previous actions, resigning to his employee role. Encountering a man congratulating him for beating someone the previous day, Vlad is approached by a group seeking money. Their leader, Burley, offers an awkward pickpocket, a young kid, in exchange for coins. Vlad, angered, reluctantly pays. Before they leave, Vlad advises them to resort to killing rather than troubling him again. In the wake of the departure, Burley acknowledges Vlad's sway over the vagrant kids. Vlad, sternly addressing the pickpocket, Ned, ensures his safety. Ned, grateful, thanks Vlad, shattering Vlad's goal of saving 5 golds. Meanwhile, at the harbor, Captain Harvin, a whale hunter of the Hoover family, reflects on Ned's pickpocket incident. Acknowledging past severe lessons of lost fingers and ankles, Harvin, aware of the candle tampering, questions Vlad. Surprised at Harvin's insight, Vlad learns that rumors circulated but were dismissed. Harvin cautions Vlad about a potential financial need, hinting at a looming war among slum organizations. Sora's slums, governed by 5 bosses, Knight Jorge, Swine Butcher, Black Bear Gamblers, Dice Whale Hunter Captain Hoover, and the one-armed money bug, Jack, are a complex web of power. Vlad, contemplating the silent darkness lurking in life's shadows, encounters the imposing one-armed Jack while selling candles. Jack's presence signals unpredicted accidents and potential destruction. Vlad questions Moneybug's unexpected visit, disrupted by the man's aggression demanding to know Vlad's boss. Vlad, claiming ignorance, faces the man's anger but remains composed. The situation escalates as the man insults Vlad and disrupts the candle display. Ian witnesses the confrontation, and as candles scatter, Vlad stoically collects them, lamenting the lost sales. Vlad's demand to move his feet infuriates the man, leading to a confrontation. In a swift move, Vlad counters the kick, triumphing in the scuffle with a decisive strike, leaving the onlookers stunned. In the back alley's hierarchy, Vlad stands victorious, emphasizing the unchanging rule of winners rising above. Moneybug's men react aggressively to Vlad's victory, but Moneybug restrains them with his hook, impressed by Vlad's boldness. Vlad, showing no discrimination, gains Moneybug's favor. However, the mood shifts when Moneybug hints at a private chat. As they discuss Vlad's recent actions, George, Vlad's boss, arrives and offers hospitality. Moneybug, interested, agrees to go upstairs for a drink, diffusing the tension. Vlad, relieved, reflects on the close call and the sudden change in atmosphere. After tidying up the candles, Vlad, proud of his skills, is praised by Moneybug, who invites him to work for him. Vlad humorously declines content with his current job that provides food, pay, and a place to sleep. Moneybug, amused, tosses a gold coin, insisting it's for the candles. Vlad, surprised by the generosity, learns that such coins are plentiful if he joins Moneybug's ranks. Moneybug and his group, satisfied with the meal, bid farewell to Jorge. The departure of Moneybug and his group leaves Vlad pondering the outcome. Zemina calls him upstairs, where George surprises him with a dagger, urging constant vigilance. The bar's atmosphere remains tense and mysterious as Vlad absorbs the unexpected developments. Simultaneously, downstairs, the room suggests a tumultuous conversation between Jorge and one-armed Jack. Vlad is instructed to cease candle sales due to intelligence about Jack recruiting former night mercenaries. Questioning his role, Vlad learns about the challenging situation and the need for his assistance. The unfolding events, coupled with reflections on Harbin's perseverance, highlight the strategic significance Vlad may hold in the impending conflict. Vlad is taken aback when an unfamiliar voice guides him to adjust his elbow angle while swinging, leaving him speechless. This phenomenon started a month ago, triggered by being struck by black lightning. Annoyed by the demonic whispers that accompany any sword-like object, Vlad contemplates the need for holy water before buying a sword. Aware that engaging with the voice might intensify its presence, he focuses on his current task, urging himself to do his best. As he strikes down, the voice persists, advising him even after the swing. Vlad, with a changed expression, recognizes a difference this time. His motion is more deliberate, resembling a sword path. This newfound connection with his strike marks a shift in his understanding of the mysterious guidance. There is also a man covered by shadows, holding a sword. Vlad starts questioning what the hell is in my mind. With a full moon out in the snowy mountains, there is a man wiping blood off his sword with a napkin. He speaks loudly to someone in hiding, telling him that he can't fool experience. The winter air is now so cold that he can feel it in his bones. He hears something move in the woods, turns his head, and says that it's plausible to fool experience, but talks to the man hiding that he is either stupid or stupid on purpose. In the forest, Vlad, seemingly indifferent, hands Stanga a sealed letter, declaring he'll guide him on a mission against a former knight. Stanga questions Vlad's recklessness, doubting his competence. Vlad, unfazed, asserts his capability, and they set off, tension between them unfolding. Vlad responds to Stanga's threat, insisting he keeps up for mission success. Stanga, puzzled, realizes Jorge values Vlad's untamed spirit. In a cave, Vlad admits it's his first time seeing a knight up close. Stanga warns against getting lost. Vlad jokes about knight's threats, making Stanga uneasy. As Vlad roasts beef jerky, Stanga expresses disappointment in his rations. Vlad, sensing an underlying motive, asks about the change in attitude. Stanga proposes a jerky for question exchange, emphasizing its rarity. Vlad, uninterested, tells him to simply ask next time. Stanga insists on the knight's code, revealing his pride. Vlad, growing impatient, queries Stanga's name and age. Stanga, 42, bothered, eventually admits not all knights can wield aura effectively. Frustrated, Vlad demands a clear answer. Realizing jerky is leverage, Vlad takes it all, prompting Stanga to stand, explaining the essence of knights. With a burst of energy, Vlad witnesses aura for the first time, Stanga's sword enveloped in blue essence. Approaching the slums, Vlad and Stanga enter the wall. Stanga, uneasy, prefers not looking like knights. Vlad, emphasizing the need for secrecy, directs Stanga forward, promising a bath later. In the quiet streets, Stanga notes the unusual silence. Vlad attributes it to the late hour. They encounter corpses, and Vlad instructs Stanga on a secret route, bidding farewell. Reaching the chaotic main door, Vlad reports to Jorge. They discuss the money leech attack and Stanga's split. Jorge plans to confront the enemy the next day, ensuring Stanga's safety. Vlad praises Stanga as a capable knight, revealing his aura skills. Jorge panics as Stanga enters bloodied and armed. Vlad, shocked, realizes Stanga's true identity. Jorge, fearing Stanga's lack of aura control, positions Vlad behind him. Stanga greets Jorge, smiling ominously. A man wipes his bloody sword with a napkin, claiming that nobody can fool his age, guessing that winter wind got to his bones. It's a man claiming to be Stanga looking behind his shoulder as he is walking away. We see a broken sword covered in blood on the ground with a lifeless arm. It's pretty plausible to full age. But are you just a fool, or was this on purpose? With real Stanga's lifeless corpse lying on the ground, we get back to the inn where Jorge and the imposter stand against each other. The imposter reveals Count Gar's death to a shocked Jorge, pouring liquor as he alludes to an impending announcement. Jorge strikes, but the imposter, now Count Sigmund, dodges, glorifying himself. They clash fiercely, interrupted by Godin revealing Sigmund's order for Jorge's return. Jorge rejects Sigmund as his lord, leading to chaos in the inn. As Vlad guides Marcella to safety, Jorge faces Godin's attack, sparking a confrontation. In the chaos, Jorge dodges, emphasizing his humanity over blind obedience. Frustrated, Godin expresses a desire for rest, closing his left eye. Vlad rushes down the stairs, alarmed by the impending danger. Despite screaming warnings, Godin activates his aura, opening his left eye with blue essence. Vlad futilely tries to intervene, but Godin proceeds, slashing through everyone, even the building, with illuminating blue essence. Amid the chaos, Vlad, the sole survivor, kneels in confusion. When he opens his eyes, he discovers everyone dead, including Jorge. Angered, he notices movement and sees a man standing with Jorge's head. Initially elated, Vlad realizes the gruesome truth. Memories of Jorge's kindness flood Vlad's mind. Godin, holding Jorge's severed head, shatters the boy's world. Enraged, Vlad grabs Jorge's sword, charging at Godin. A voice screams to stop, but Vlad swings anyway. Godin dodges, shocked by Vlad's sword skill, praising the impressive display from a gutter kid. Controlled by anger, Vlad charges at Godin, screaming for him to die. Godin responds with a kick that sends Vlad flying. Surprised that he instinctively deflected the kick, Vlad's inner voice urges him to breathe and regain composure. Struggling on the ground, Godin decides not to end Vlad's potential prematurely, recalling Jorge's teachings about nurturing talent. Godin addresses Vlad as a promising kid and mentions that a knight takes a fair price. Still in pain on the ground, Vlad questions him. Godin clarifies he's not Stanga and not 42, returning the beef jerky as an unfair price. However, he claims Jorge's head is the rightful victor's prize. They exchange determined glances, with Vlad vowing to kill Godin. Godin dismissively tells him not to expect a second price for the beef jerky and leaves. Vlad, desperate, screams his intent to kill Godin repeatedly, his face filled with determination. It's the middle of the night in the slums. Zemina supports Vlad as they walk through the road, Vlad nursing his injured ribs. A sudden sharp pain triggers a painful memory from the inn, where Marcella urged him to stand up despite his despair. Marcella's frustration and slaps bring Vlad back to reality, as she emphasizes the harsh reality for slum dwellers compared to the privileged town center residents. In a harrowing escape, Zemina and Vlad elude sword-wielding pursuers, leaving them bewildered in the streets. The one-armed Jack's group intensifies their search, and a vengeful member vows retribution for Vlad's earlier beating. As their chances of escape dwindle, Vlad implores Zemina to leave once the situation calms down. She adamantly refuses, determined to stand by his side. Seeking refuge, they find themselves in the house of the blacksmith, where a confrontation ensues. Zemina, armed and desperate, threatens the blacksmith for a sword. The blacksmith, understanding the dire circumstances, advises Zemina to lower her weapon. Frustrated, she resorts to cutting her own hair, a symbolic gesture of commitment and repayment. The old man, surprised, acknowledges Vlad's departure, realizing he holds the key to unfulfilled dreams. Guided by the old man, they navigate through the city, pushing a wagon filled with trash. Confronted by members of the opposing organization, the old man concocts a story to divert suspicion. Tensions rise during an inspection, but Zemina's ruse as a man averts disaster. The leader shares crucial information about Harvin's boat to the river, surprising them with an unexpected act of mercy. Receiving payment for Vlad's brother, the old man expresses gratitude. They reach a trash hole outside the city, bidding farewell to Zemina. Alone by the fire on a serene winter night, Vlad seeks answers from the mysterious voice within the sword, making a solemn vow to help it regain memories despite the uncertainties about identity and fears of insignificance.